Hey guys, how you doing? This is Paul from Paul and Tech, and I just recently picked up a new phone. I got this LG G3, and the G3 is a fantastic phone. I'm loving it so far, but like any other device, it's not perfect. So that's why in this video, I'm not only going to be talking about 3 things I like about the phone, but I'm also going to be talking about 3 things I don't like or that I wish LG would have done a little bit differently. So without any further ado, let's get into LG G3, 3 pros, 3 cons. Enjoy! So let's start off on a good note with a pro, and then we'll just sort of flip-flop from there with pro and cons. So pro number 1, you guys probably saw this coming. It's this 5.5-inch beautiful QHD display. This screen actually matches the highest resolution of any phone in the world, and I gotta tell you guys, it looks absolutely amazing. Packed with 534 ppi, you guys will definitely not be able to see any pixels on this screen. So I know you guys are probably wondering, does it actually make a difference between 1080p and 1440p? And I can honestly tell you guys, it really does. I mean, going back to my Nexus 7 2013 edition, which is a 1080p display, something just seems not quite right about that, and I can't pinpoint what it is, but this is just so satisfying to look at. It looks beautiful, especially when you're viewing 1440p content that's not too common now, but it should become more common in the future. And you're kind of future-proofing yourself when you buy a phone with a display like this. So on to con number 1. This can actually be a pretty big problem for some people, and that is the size of the phone. And despite having very little bezels, the phone is still very large because of that 5.5-inch display. It almost takes itself into a whole nother category between a phone and a phablet like the Galaxy Note 3. I thought it would be about the same size as my Galaxy S4, but it's actually much bigger, and that can be a problem, not for me, but if you have small pockets or if you want to use it as a one-handed device. I think most people would be using this phone as a two-handed device, especially me. I have pretty small hands, so I'll definitely be using it with 2 hands, but unless you have extremely freakishly large hands, I doubt you can use this as a one-handed device. However, LG has implemented some one-handed feature use, which actually comes in handy a lot. If you want to type one-handedly, you can slide the keyboard to either the right or left side of the device to accommodate your one-handed use. So things like that can sort of help it out, but it doesn't fix the entire problem of fitting it in your pocket and stuff like that. So while it's nice having a nice, big, large display, you also sacrifice the compact design of other phones such as the iPhone or Moto X. So moving back to the pros, you guys have probably heard about this. It's everywhere in LG's marketing campaign, and that is the camera, and specifically about the camera, the laser autofocus. And I gotta tell you guys, this camera focuses extremely fast. It's almost instantaneous as you touch the screen where you want to focus it. So this is great for sports games or in any moment that you need to capture it really quickly before it goes away. So coming from any other mobile device, you'll notice the change immediately. I know coming from my Galaxy S4, which I'm filming this right now with, it focuses much slower than my LG G3, and it really is quite nice having this amazing feature. On to con number 2, and that is that LG has a lot of bloatware packed into this device. And for those of you who don't know, bloatware is basically built-in features that a phone has that you can't uninstall, and most of the time they're features that the average consumer would never even use in the first place. A perfect example of this is LG Health. I feel like they created this just as a direct competitor to S Health found on Samsung phones. Maybe a few people use it, and that's fine, but that's the point. Only a few people use it, yet it's stuck on everybody's devices. This takes up memory, slows down the phone, and overall is definitely not something you want in your cell phone. A perfect alternative to this is letting their features like LG Health and S Health be available through the Play Store, so that for those who do want it, they can download it, but those who don't want it have their device free of those apps, so it won't be taking up storage and slowing down their phones, as I mentioned before. Pro number 3 might not be on a lot of people's list, but it's definitely on mine, and that's actually the material this phone is built with. I was skeptical at first when I heard it was going to be made of plastic, but trust me, this is not cheap Samsung plastic. This material feels smoother and less glossy than most other plastics found in cell phones, and handles fingerprints extremely well. Even if I try to get fingerprints on this device, it's very difficult. From looks, it closely resembles the brushed metal aluminum of the HTC One, but unlike the HTC One, the back is removable, which is a huge advantage. This gives you the option of removing the battery, which can really come in handy whether there's a problem with your battery or you just want to swap it out for a little bit of extra charge. Con number 3 is that this phone gets hot. Other phones can get fairly warm when doing some heavy gaming, but the G3 can quickly overheat when simply browsing the web. And trust me guys, you'll notice it when this happens because it's not just a little warm. It gets hot. It's really scary to wonder what's going on inside of the phone that makes this so hot, and if it could damage your phone in the long run. Occasionally, the problem gets so bad that the phone won't even let me turn the brightness up anymore due to heating issues. Alright guys, that's about it for this quick video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I tried to make this one a little bit different because a lot of times you see reviews focusing about 5 things people really like about the phone, but they sort of forget that not every phone is perfect, and you have to take into account when purchasing a device that not everything is perfect, and you have to get the right phone to suit your needs. So that's why in this video, like I mentioned before, I tried not only to focus on the things I liked most about it, but again, some of the things I really didn't like about it. I'm loving the G3 so far, especially that display I talked about, and there are a ton of things I could talk about that's good about the phone, but not too many actually that are negative about the phone, and that's a good thing. I'll be doing a little bit more coverage about the LG G3 in the future, so you guys can subscribe for that. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, and if you didn't like it, leave me a comment down below saying what I can do better in the future to improve my videos. And don't forget to subscribe for some more content coming from me in the near future. Thanks.